Welcome! Today we're continuing the Gintama journey with episode 104 and 105. The end to the Shinsengumi Crisis arc, which has been really good so far. As always, if you enjoy the content I'm making and you want to support this channel, you can head over to my Patreon. Link is in the description down below. You can also join the Discord server if you want to talk, hang out, or just to have some fun. And subscribe if you want to see more. So let's get into episode 104. A gut-wrenching episode. This episode was more about the, villains than the heroes. I think it was very significant, very important that we get to see Ito's flashback has passed. Because it made it so much more clear why he is the way he is and why he's doing all of this scheming and trying to overthrow the Shinsengumi. All because he always felt misunderstood, always felt cast out, isolated. And in turn, he isolated himself even more. Did not try to approach people, did not try to make friends. Rather, at first, he tried to get acknowledgement of people by trying to achieve something of materialistic value. Being good at sports, at fighting, in school, getting good grades. But in my experience, and I think that's true for a lot of you as well, those people never really are accepted into society, if I can say it like that. Those who studied a lot and were only there, in school for getting good grades, trying to achieve something, they were never really accepted by others. And most people didn't like them because there was no real substance to them. The only drive that they had was the materialistic success drive, and not really trying to empathize with people, trying to understand people. So that leads to not being understood, which was the exact case for Ito. And that all started out with his family, originated with in his family. Because his mother did not even really see him, did not want him, as we got to learn, as he learned when he overheard her conversation with his father, I think. Oof. So heartbreaking. And for you to hear that as a child, as a small child, so it makes complete sense why he has gone onto the path of, in a way, it's also revenge, I think. Revenge for what his peers and his mother did to him. All along, what he really wanted was friends and family. He realized himself that was the thing he already had this whole time. Being with the Shinsengumi. It's so close to reality, since a lot of people who feel so isolated, so separated from society, from everyone, they're so focused into that believe that thinking that they are alone, that no one sees them, no one acknowledges them, no one understands them. So that is how they view the world. Even though there might be people who are there for them, understand them, empathize with them. They just can't see it because they're so wrapped up in their belief. The exact case for Ito, being so focused on his own path of trying to overthrow the Shinsengumi, trying to reach the top. He missed what was there in front of him the whole time, in the very present. People who like him, people who want to be with him. So it's good that he realized it at the end. I think that's also why he decided to sacrifice himself to save them. And now that we had this whole backstory, now that we understand his motive more, it's really tragic and sad for him to die. At least it was in a very heroic way. I really would have wished that he stayed with the Shinsengumi, became a real member of the Shinsengumi, a part of the Shinsengumi, so that he just becomes a part of the family for the future, that we see him in future episodes. Just like Kyubey. A bit similar to Kyubey, this whole situation. Of course, it's a bit more radical, a bit more, I don't know. Yeah, it's a bit different, but it's the same kind of principle. And that's a shame. That's a real shame that now he can't really become a true part of the family. Well, also about Banzai, such an intriguing character. His perception of, well, at least combat, also outside of combat, he judges people by their rhythm that he experiences. And with Gin, he could not really tell his rhythm, could not categorize his rhythm and predict his movement, his decisions. That's why he was caught off guard so heavily, so suddenly. Because Gin is not really someone you can put into a box, say exactly who he is, because he's a lot of different things, and his nature is like flowing water, always changing. You put the water into a cup, it becomes the cup. Yeah, he's kind of like that. He's very adaptable as well. So he's the kryptonite to Banzai's way of perceiving someone's rhythm. At first he said jazzy, but now what is it? It's something else, right? What a cool fight. The animation was really good. The movement, oh, so nice to look at. Yeah, really enjoyed it. This review has been going on for a bit too long, I think. So let's get into episode 105, the last episode of this arc. You know, it's really good to see Toshiro truly back to his old self, commanding the Shinsengumi, commanding the troops, abiding by the rules, and just having his old harsh, tough, but also caring personality back. So I'm glad. I'm really glad. It seems like every major character had their time to shine in this episode, in just one episode. Toshiro, Gin, especially, also Banzai and Shinsuke. Their conversation was very interesting and revealed a lot about their relationship, Banzai and Shinsuke. The most important question that arose within Banzai, he asked that Shinsuke when he remembered Gin saying that which he is protecting never changed. He's still protecting the same thing. Then he asked Shinsuke what that means to him. That is such a good question because we don't know. What does it mean to him? What would his answer be? He's a character shrouded in mystery. His appearance in Benezakura lifted that shroud a bit, but there's still so much that remains unknown. So, yeah, this is so exciting. Mystery is always a good thing, in my opinion. I personally love it when mysteries build up. This is the case for Shinsuke and the whole faction and what is going on. Also with the Harusame pirates, but that's another thing, another topic. Yeah, Banzai was really taken aback and kind of influenced by just by watching Gin doing his thing, you know, saying the right things at the right time, and his actions. And he likes their tune, which is very interesting because he is their adversary. He's their enemy. But it seems that he's come to like them, a bit more at least. So how will that influence their next or future encounters? Who knows? Who knows? Very interesting. The whole funeral scene was so good. Really funny. And I really needed that. Because, yeah, pretty much every episode had been so heavy. So the heaviness that came down on me in these last episodes was kind of dissipating in that instance because of the good comedy, the lightheartedness, even though it was a bit distasteful. Also not nice towards Yamazaki. I mean, if he had died, really died, then that would have been their reaction. Really? Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. But it was a gag, so it's fine. But it's good seeing Yamazaki back, that he was actually spared because Banzai was really intrigued by him and all the Shinsengumi and the Yorozuya. So yeah, pretty nice. Ito's last fight, the way he went out, I mean, no man, at least in that kind of period and in that setting, as a samurai would want a different death. That is, it was very honorable. And Jesus Christ, the threads, the strings that connected all of them, all of the Shinsengumi with Ito, so powerful, so metaphoric. And yeah, just what can I say? It was a beautiful moment that I will probably never forget. Ito at the very end was so content, so happy to have found his home, his real home. So he died happily, and that's pretty much all that matters. And all of the Shinsengumi will remember him in their hearts. So he did not really die. No one really dies until they're forgotten. That's kind of something that is always said, and there's a truth to it. So yeah, rest in peace, Ito. A really, really good character. Would have wanted him to stay in this anime, but it is what it is, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Yeah, this whole conclusion to this arc was masterfully done, so well written. There's not much more to say other than this was so good. This arc, comparing it to the Yagyu arc, they're not really comparable, but there are similarities, which I realized when watching it. Ito's kind of exploration of himself and his development throughout the arc was very reminiscent of Yagyu's change, his realization. It's see that's I'm always getting confused because Kyubei is a woman, but I still think of her as a man sometimes. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to get used to it. Her, yeah, she realized also that she was hurting people and that she actually cared about them, just like Ito. And they both made a 180, complete change in the character for the better in a positive way. And so that's a bit of prick. I can't talk. Prick. Yeah, and that was the essence of both of those arcs. A person realizing who they are and what they want in life. Okay, let's just say hypothetically that we compare the two of them. I think the Shinsengumi Crisis arc was a bit better. So if I would rank it, I would give it an A or an A+. Yeah, in that kind of realm. Because it was just so good. All the themes, the implications, the characters. Shinsengumi always enjoyable to watch. Kondo, Sogo, Toshiro, their friendship, their camaraderie, their bond. Something to behold. So yeah, this arc was just great. Just great. I hope you enjoyed this video, this reaction. If you did, leave a like. Comment down below what you think about this arc and how you think it stacks up to the Yagyu arc. And subscribe if you want to see more. So, enjoy your day, take care, and bye.